new journey of the knowledge exchange. Okay, so from today, every Saturday we will just try to learn something which is helpful to understand the text, understand the uh, uh, inherent meaning of that those texts. Okay, so I think more than 20 students have been registered, but today I am viewing a few students are there. Okay, so no issue. Either one student is there or mass students are there. Okay, so it doesn't. Yeah, there is no issue at all because whenever we are trying to communicate the knowledge, at that time it is called Ekas Chandra Tamuhanti. Even one moon can uh, spread the brightness all over the world. Okay, so that doesn't mean that how many students are there, but in fact, if they have registered, they must join the course because today it is just introductory session, but it is quite important. Why? Because why you have joined this learning or training program? Why you have joined? If I am not understanding, then how I can go ahead? What is your expectation? Where you are? All these things it must be discussed in the introductory session, and this is the very beginning of the session, and this is the first day where we are introducing each other and trying to know where students are, where what they are expecting from me, and what I am expecting from those students. Because when we will start the journey, then it will be two-way process. It will not be one-way process because I will give one module and I will expect that you will practice, you will create the sentence, you will try to extract the meaning. Okay, so all these things will be done due course of the time. Okay, so first of all, I would like to talk with you first, why you are here and what is your expectation from these classes. Because when we are here for knowledge exchange, it must be useful. We must gain something because normally it is mentioned that मानुष्ये सति दुर्लभा पुरुषता पुंस्त्वे पुनर्विप्रता विप्रत्वे बहुविद्यताति गुणता विद्यावतोर्थज्ञता अर्थज्ञस्य समस्त शास्त्र विदुषो धर्मे मतिर दुर्लभा. I have mentioned in that uh, um, uh, interaction also. So what was the notion behind this shloka? We can find something easily, but we need to maintain all those things. Suppose I was there and you have requested that professor just give that time and help us on the way of Sanskrit learning or Buddhist text learning, and I have thought that no, it will be very uh, good program, and if we are just trying to convey my message to you, that will be very क्लास में हूँ, मैं 6 बजे में करता हूँ, ठीक ना, क्लास में हूँ. So it is necessary that we, if I am giving the time for to learn something, you must utilize this time. You must utilize the time where I am discussing something. if I am here with you and you will not be capable to understand Sanskrit, write Sanskrit, or read Sanskrit, then my all these efforts will be useless. So it is necessary that you will just try to understand that what is the importance of our interaction. Okay, because our 1 second is valuable, and we should not spoil this one. Okay, so when you will learning Jatak tales, Jatak kathas, you find that in Sanskrit scenario, you find that there is one text that is called as Hitopadesh. Hitopadesh means the narratives which is helpful to understand morality. Okay, so very beginning it is mentioned that uh, ajara marvat pragyo vidyamarthant chintayit. When you are learning something, when you are learning something, you must know that you must accept, because no one is uh, immortal, but you accept that you are immortal, you will be in this earth only whenever you are learning something. So, and in the same way, when you are gaining something, simultaneously you think that I am just for today. So whatever I am finding, must get such type of knowledge. Okay. So anyhow, one by one, I just try to ask something to you, and you will just try to introduce and what is your expectation. And first of all, you must not have any hesitation, because I am quite friendly, you have seen in the last interaction. Okay, so you must not have any type of hesitation. Okay, so just introduce one by one, and what is your expectation, what you are expecting, and where you are lacking while you are reading some Buddhist texts, or while you are reading Sanskrit texts, where you are lacking, what is your weak point. So if you are not conveying me, if you are not conveying your disease to your doctor, then how he will try to cure you. So first of all, that is the thing. So one by one, Nigon, this one, first one is Lian. Do you Lian? Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my name's Ling Yu. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can call me Lotus. Lotus Saki, yeah.
Oh, Lotus.
Yeah.
Okay, your name is Lotus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Lotus flower. Yeah. You can
Yeah, lotus
increase to
flower.
lotus flower. Yeah.
Because I have only one problem when I am pronouncing the name. This is not right now. When I was in Nalanda, at that time also I was facing such type of, because it is written in different way and your pronunciation is quite different. So
Yeah.
sometimes, sir, it is not my name. Please correct it like this one. So anyway, so your name is Lotus. Good. So introduce yourself,
Yeah.
and what is your lackness, what is your weak point, and what you need to improve, improve your language or whatever. You just clear it, so that we will try to. I will give such type of materials. I will give such type of dose that suits you. Okay. Otherwise, I will teach something and you are expecting something different.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that will
I
be quite
understand. I got.
contradictory. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Bibin, right? Your name is
Yes.
Bibin, yeah. And hi
Mhm.
everyone. My Tharma name is Ling Yu. Yeah, you can call me Lotus, right? And I would like to introduce a little bit about myself. Now I'm a student at the Vietnam Buddhist University in Ho Chi Minh City, and I think Sanskrit is really an important language an ancient language, and I want to study Sanskrit because I want to read the text or the sutra in Sanskrit, and I want to find the region, the origin from the India. And I know that Sanskrit is really important, especially for monastic who want to find the truth and to find the understand all the sutra in Sanskrit. Yeah, because now in Vietnam we just study all the doctrines through Vietnamese or Chinese. Yes, so we don't know exactly where is the root. So this is really a big problem for me. So I really want to understand the sutra through Sanskrit. This is the first reason. The second reason that is, I want to study abroad in the future after my graduation. So this is really a big dream, and it enhanced me or supports my dream. So I want to travel to your country to understand more about your culture, your custom, and of course about your religions. And Sanskrit, it may be the good point for me. And finally, I want to say that I used to study Sanskrit for 6 months, so I know know a little bit because after that I stopped. Yeah, so I know a little bit about Sanskrit, and I see that it's really intriguing, to me. Yeah, and I want to improve again, study more and more, and understand more about Sanskrit, because through the Sanskrit I can understand more about India, and can come back the Buddha life to understand more and more. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you. You have studied Sanskrit earlier, then it will be quite easy to understand, because who is starting first time, for those students we are facing the difficulties, because who is not knowing anything. For those we need to go from zero level. Okay, but here also I will try to start from basics only, but that is good. And another thing what you have mentioned, that regarding culture, when you are trying to understand any nation or any culture, you need to go in deeper part of the literature, because literature is just like the mirror of that country. If I wish to know about your nation or your culture, I have to go to those literatures. Otherwise we will not be able to understand the actual thing. The translated thing and all these things, that is different. But if I wish to go learn about you, we must have to go to those literatures. So that is very nice. And I see Eve has just joined. I think a little bit late, but she's joined now, and she is, as I remember, you are expert in Sanskrit. You are not in basic level.
Oh, but it's that I would say that is a far stretch. I would class myself as a beginner. I'm sorry, I'm outside and I have to walk because I have to pick up my son from the summer camp. I'm really sorry, but this is the only thing I can do. No, I would say I'm a beginner, and I would also say I studied in a beginner's class from last year September, and I would say I have the very basic, but not more than that. Yeah, I would like to continue. Yeah, I don't even know where I would class myself, but the very basics, not much more than that. And what I would like to learn, because sorry, I'm really sorry about this. No,
I see you are traveling right now, or you are walking right now.
I have to walk. My
Okay.
mode of travel is walking, and I have to go and pick up my son from the football camp at the same time. So, and I honestly have to tell you, with this time, for the next few weeks, it will be the same. So I will be able to listen, but most possibly I cannot take very much active part because I have to move. I have to move and get him every time exactly at this time. So every Saturday and Sunday. And yeah, what else to say? I have studied, I'm coming a little bit from the Indo-Germanic side. I have studied Latin for 10 years in school. So when in the workshop you are going ahead and going for the case structures and to look for the grammar, that is when all my Latin was coming back to me. And now I can understand more why it's called Indo-Germanic root of languages. So I wouldn't even say, I had it was my school subject and I liked Latin a lot for the historic texts and for the background that it gave to the Empire of Rome. So what I feel is, in a similar vein, Sanskrit also gives the roots of a culture, which I don't know if I have said it, but I have lived in Bangalore, South India for 15 years. So the contemporary culture, I'm pretty much, I'm pretty much experiencing. I know what's going on, but my interest is Buddhism, Buddhistic texts. What I would like to get to is the special terms of Buddhism, the sutras. And, as I have been a student of Buddhist texts and Buddhism for about 20 years, I would say that's my expertise, but it's been a slow path. So what I'm seeing, it is actually pretty much similar than the lady who spoke before me. It is, the amount of translation that texts have given, the subtleties. And I think when you reach a certain stage in the studies of Buddhism and in the text, also in your practice, it really, really matters. What is the root word? What is the meaning? When we are talking, for example, for shunyata or vipassana, it absolutely matters. And if there's the same terminology translated, there's 3 very subtle mistakes coming in. It totally changes the meaning, and that changes the instruction. And end of the day, it makes it difficult. So yes, so this is somehow the backwards roll up of what I'm looking to do and what
Where
I
are you
would like
right
to do.
now? In which city you are
Sorry?
right now?
Sorry?
In which city you are right now?
I'm in Bangalore. I'm always in Bangalore.
Okay.
I've never changed around. I have only been in one part. I'm living in one part, and then usually I'm going to Bodh Gaya at least once, if possible twice a year, for a short period of time. But I wish I could live there, but I don't. I really would love to stay in Bodh Gaya. I have been in Nalanda. I will go to Nalanda again. I hopefully will be able to list the last time I wasn't able to go to the Nalanda University, but I very much would like to go. I cannot study there, but at least for a visit. And yeah,
Yes,
that was a
you
long
have.
introduction.
Yeah, you are always welcome in Nalanda, and not only in Nalanda, you will see several places in India you can visit. You should visit, and you can acquire. You see, I was in Himachal Pradesh, Dharamshala,
Yes,
for
yeah,
7 years.
me too. Yeah,
That
that's a
is
long
very,
time.
very
Yes,
beautiful place. That is quite beautiful place. And what you have mentioned
yes,
regarding uh, verbal roots and all these things, that is really very important thing when you are learning any language. If you are not knowing the verbal roots, if you are not understanding the sentence structure and
Right.
the specific thing, if you are not understanding the inherent meaning, because the meaning is quite
That
different and the meaning within meaning, that is quite different. So in this class, although I have seen that more than 20 students have been registered, but today I think they are not aware that today I will start the class at night time, something else. They have not joined. But what I will do in this class, I will first of all I will do some modules so that you will be able to uh, read or write Sanskrit. Okay, and simultaneously I will give some paragraph. Simultaneously, I will give some shloka so that you can able to uh, extract the meaning from those texts. Okay, so that will be my practice, in which way I will go through on those texts what you have mentioned, because you have mentioned the text which those texts have deeper sense. But here what I see, these students, they are just in starting phase, so I will just try to balance. Okay, because you have studied more and more and you are talking about the concept which is quite with quite deeper sense. Okay, so I am not going right now on those philosophical concepts. Slowly we will go there. Okay, first of all we will just try to understand the basic things, then slowly we will go there. Okay, now Nim, just try to introduce yourself. Nim.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, you are in IIT Chennai.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, you are doing PhD there.
Yeah,
What? Yeah, PhD. So what is your topic in PhD?
yeah. My topics are something related to the Yogacara philosophy. But I have not finished some courses, so I think maybe I have to do the comprehensive examination, and then I will decide to what the topics I will have to the seminar with my
Yeah,
professor.
now you introduce yourself, because I know you, but students, they are not knowing. I think that it must be one group where we can learn and simultaneously exchange our knowledge. Okay, because you have much more experience than other students. Uh, Eve, she has not only Jnana Vriddha, but she is Bio Vriddha also. There are two types of old. One due to knowledge, one due to age. But she is with both. So okay, so we can learn from each other. Here I am. It doesn't mean that I am most knowledgeable and only you will gain knowledge from my side. But here we are uh, learning from each other.
Yeah.
It is mentioned in Sanskrit, Ayogya Purusho Nasti. There is no one you can find that he or she has not any specific attribute, specific quality. Each
Yeah.
and everyone has a specific quality. We need to identify. Okay, so that's why I told that it will be two-way knowledge exchange program. It will not be only I am teacher and you are a student. It will be two-way. Okay, so just introduce yourself so that they will understand where you are working, where you are studying, and what your specialization and why you are here, so that they can interact with you also. Okay, so in this class I will suggest all of you that normally be with your physical appearance, okay, because even it is mm, alhasic or it is just uh, online mode, but try to turn on your video, okay.
Yeah.
Just please.
Yeah, so that's, similarly you can come in name, but I think that's a little bit difficult for you to pronounce exactly my name in the Vietnamese. So currently I'm doing the PhD in the IT Madras, and I also learned a little bit about the Sanskrit. I know that maybe I'm familiar with the character, Sanskrit character, and then maybe I can read basis. I think that's a basis sentences in the Sanskrit, the some sentences in the Ramayana. But my teacher they quote the some sentences from the Ramayana epic, and then he taught to me. Uh, Yeah, so at the mislead you already mentioned, that I would like to read directly to the original text of the Buddhism in Sanskrit language. Especially in the Mahayana Buddhist text. Yeah, so that's why I'm taught to this class. I hope I can improve my knowledge and study further some valuable knowledge from you and from my friend.
For sure.
Yeah, that's all.
Uh, I will try to give my best here, and because I have spent my life in different type of institutions. I started my journey from Gurukul. Gurukul, or it is just like monastery where you are going to your guru and you have to maintain disciplines, and they are just teaching you how to spend your life with peaceful manner and for society, not only for you only, for society.
Yeah,
So I have started my education from Gurukul system, and after that I have joined modern institutions, and top class modern institutions. You know very well because you are in IIT Chennai, so IIT Madras, so you are well aware with all these things. I have joined. I was there in University of Allahabad, which is called as the on East Oxford of East. Okay, so it is treated as like that one. And later on, I have joined. I was in uh, Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi,
yeah,
and later on PhD I did from IIT Bombay. Okay,
yeah,
so I have spent more than 7 years there, and
yeah,
later on I joined uh, Central Sanskrit University. That is the first and most important Sanskrit institution national on national level. Okay,
yeah,
when you will see that that institution is nodal agency of government of India regarding Sanskrit. Okay, so whatever you are finding regarding Sanskrit, that is the handled by that Central Sanskrit University. I spent there more than 8 years, and
yeah,
1 year in Puri, Odisha, east part of India, and 7 years in Himachal, near about Dharamsala, where you know very well, where Honorable Dalai Lama
yeah,
stays there. So I spent there. Later on, I have joined Nalanda University for 3 years, and right now in Central University of Haryana, near about Delhi. Okay, so what I was conveying, I have spent in different type of institutions, so I understand what is the capacity of student, in which way I can teach. Because in Central Sanskrit University, I was teaching in Sanskrit medium,
Yeah.
purely Sanskrit medium, traditional text only. Okay, there is no translated text at all. Okay, but
Yeah.
when I joined Nalanda University, that you know very well, because the only one way to communicate, that is English. Even my mother tongue is not English. Okay,
Yeah.
it is just communicating language for me. Okay, and not only the difference of communication or medium, but also you will see the different type of students, because they are quite traditional students, and
Yeah.
here you would see they are quite different. So I understand, that's why the first class, always when I am taking the class, first class, I just try to communicate with the students. And that's why when I start the class, in the very beginning, first class is most important class for me
Yeah.
and for students also, because it is the chance where you can express yourself, that what is your likeness, where I need to focus. Otherwise, I will start teaching and I am not knowing where are you, and
Yeah.
which capacity I need to give effort. So that will be uh, not in systematic way if I am starting in that way. So that's why I have started with this introductory one. Now, who is the next one? Mm, and Naga Nugen. Nugen, if I am right, Kang Nugen. Turn on your mic, turn on your video, and don't hesitate. If you are in the class and you are trying to learn something, are you there or not? I, I think uh, he or she is not there. Okay, no issue. So Lotus is there, or Lotus is also not there. So now I am just briefing what I will do in the next class, because each and every class I will communicate what we will do in the next class, so that you will be able to understand in the next class, and you will prepare for 1 week, and we will go accordingly. Okay, so first of all, just raise your hand. Do you know Devanagari, or you are not aware of the Devanagari script? How many of you know Devanagari? Yes, you are expert. So you know very well. Another okay, no issue. Next thing, I will start with one structure. Okay, when you are trying to convey anything, whenever you are thinking any sentence, the basic sentence, first of all, you need to think about two major component. Okay, in Sanskrit, keep in mind, I am saying two major component. If you are neglecting one component, you must have to know that one component that must be in the sentence, otherwise that is not sentence. And that component is verb. What she mentioned, that the verbal root and the root of the term. So first of all, you need to understand that if you are not knowing the verb, then it will be very problematic. For example, I am saying pat. Okay, pat means you just go and read. Only I am saying pat, but what it will convey, that tvam pat. Pat means to read. Okay, from the next class I will uh, send. I will not send. I will just upload the uh, PDF of that PPT, what we will discuss in the class, that will be sent at least 3 days before. Okay, because this class will be quite serious class. In this class, I will convey something. You have to do your work. Then only we will able to learn something. I will just send. I will create one Google Classroom, and there I will put the PDF at least 2 or 3 days before. Okay, you need to go through that slide what I will upload there, and when I will teach at that time, if you are not understanding, if you have any issue, you just raise your hand and I will clarify. Not only one time, not only once, twice, until you are not knowing that concept or that point, you need to raise your hand. Okay, that's I am not able to understand. Please clarify this notion, because you are here to learn something. Okay, so I will send the material first, then I will teach, and the next day I will ask something that I taught this module that day, and now just tell me what was that model, and on the basis of that module, you are able to create sentence or not, you are able to learn that text or not, you are able to extract the meaning or not. So I will examine the next day also for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then I will teach the next class. So that will be the process, so that you will be able to understand what I will teach the next in the next class. Simultaneously, you can practice and you can find similar materials also. Okay, I will give some web references also, so that for example, if you are trying to find declensions and conjugations, you can go to those websites and you can find the verbal forms or noun forms. You can find easily, because each and everything you will not be able to memorize. Okay, so slowly I will try to move towards the creating sentence. So what I was saying, that will be the in the very beginning, you need to understand these things, and I will just try to uh, give one module, so that you will be able to create one sentence at least in this class. Okay, because whenever you are talking about Sanskrit grammar or Sanskrit, there are only four types of word. Four types of word you will find in whole Sanskrit grammar or literature, whatever you are saying. You will find four types of, similar to English grammar. In English grammar, you are finding 8 types. What that is called as parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, like that. Okay, but in Sanskrit, you will find only 4 types. Okay, so note down that there are 4 types of words in Sanskrit. Whatever in the whole dictionary, you will find only 4 types, not less than that, not more than that. Okay, and first one is noun. Noun, that is noun. This one is noun. Okay, and under this category, you will find noun, pronoun, adjective, all these things. Okay, noun, pronoun, adjective, all these things. Noun. Another one is akhyat. Okay, akhyat. Akhyat means verb. Okay, noun, that is noun, that is noun, pronoun, adjective. and akhyat means verb. Okay, and what you are saying, indeclinables, that is counted under this one, nipat, naam akhyat. And the third one is upasarg. Upasarg is prefix. Upasarg. I will explain all these terms one by one. Today I am just briefing this one. Next day when I will start, I will give one by one and I will explain all these terms and I will give so many examples and I will take examples from your side also. Okay. So upsarg means prefix only. Okay. And last one is nipat. Nipat is just like indeclinable. Okay. So in Sanskrit, you will find only these four types. Okay. All terms will be categorized in these four categories. Okay. So now, what was the base component? What I have told you, that at least one component you must know, that is akhyat. So just note that whenever you are trying to create sentence, you must know about the verb. If you are not understanding verb, then you will not be able to create sentence. Not only this, but also when you are trying to read the Sanskrit text, at that time you need to find verb. On the basis of that verb, you will be able to understand the rest part of sentence or paragraph or slok or mantra or chanting elements. Okay, so all these things, that is based on akhyat or verb. Okay, so this is the base component of sentence. And when we will see the definition, what is given by the great grammarian Panini. If you are learning Sanskrit grammar, I will explain all these things, that there are three great grammarians. And first of all, we are mentioning Panini. The name is Panini. Okay, this is the great grammarian. Whatever you are learning in Sanskrit, that is based on his text only. Okay, so that will be different. That it has 8 chapters and all these things. So I will discuss that later on. So he is saying ekating vakyam. What is the definition of sentence? He is defining sentence, that where you are finding at least one verb, that is called sentence. Okay, so the base component of sentence is verb. Okay, so without verb you will not be able to think about sentence creation. Okay, either it is um, either it is helping verb or base verb. Okay, you need either you are talking about helping verb or you are talking about the um, verbal root. Okay, so you need to find this one. Okay, so what we we tried to learn, first of all, we tried to learn that there are four types of four categories of verbs. Okay, oh, sorry, four categories of words. Okay, now I am sharing one slide. I am sharing one slide and you will just try to understand what this slide is saying. Okay, so 1 minute. I am just trying to Still it is not shared. Yes, now I think it is visible. Yes. Can you see this one?
No.
Not, it is not shared yet. Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Now it is shared, I think. Okay, now you can see
Yeah.
it. Yes. Just see, whenever you are creating sentence, as I have mentioned here, that at least one verb or helping verb must be there. Okay. For example, here you see asti, that means is. Asi, that means are. Asmi, that means am. I, here it is aham. In Sanskrit, in English, you can find here, and in Sanskrit, it is aham. Okay. You, that means tom, and he, she, it, that have different terms. Okay. So if you are talking about yourself, that I am, okay, you are, and rest, he is, she is, it is, Ram is, Mohan is, like that. In the same way, you can understand in Sanskrit, that is aham asmi, I am, aham asmi. You are, tvam asi, aham asmi, I am. You are, tvam asi, and rest of aham and tvam, all you can mention that asti, that lotus asti, nim asti, eve asti, vipinah asti, like that. Okay, so you can create sentence in such way. Okay, so one by one, just try to pronounce. Lotus.
Yeah. Okay. Aham asmi, tvam asi, sa asti, sah asti, tat asti,
Yes.
bhavan. Yeah.
Bhavan means, it is also, you can translate it as you. Okay.
Okay.
When you are translating using you for Bhavan, when you are giving respect. Okay. For example, if you are addressing younger than you, then you can say Tom Asi. But if you are mentioning me, then you will say Bhavan Asti. Okay. If it is feminine, then Bhavati Asti. Meaning will be you are. But the in English it will be, but in Sanskrit that will be Bhavan Asti. Bhavati Asti. Is it clear? Once again, Lotus,
Yeah, I got it.
just try to.
I got it.
Yes.
I repeat again all, right?
With English translation also, so that who is not knowing, he or she can understand easily.
Okay. Aham asmi, tvam asi, sah asti, sa asti, tat asti, bhavan asti, bhavati asti.
Very nice. You see, these helping verbs are related to present tense. Okay. So only one module you can expand automatically. Okay. If you are understanding this module, then you can expand it in different way, because it is for present tense. In the same way, you can use for past tense. In the same way, you can use for future tense. In the same way, you can use for imperative. Or and then we will learn how to create interrogative sentence, how to create negative sentence, how to create interrogative sentence. This will be quite easy. First of all, you need to understand this module. Okay, if you are not understanding this module, then the rest, more than 80 types of sentences, that will be based on this module only. Okay, so you need to understand this module first. Okay, and another one, name. From next day, all of you will be attentive. Okay, and if you are not attentive, then class will be quite boring, because it must be I see there are 4 students, and here only Lotus and Nim are there, and Nugan, she is not there mentally. Physically she is there, but okay. Nim.
Yes, sir. Saha asti. Sa asti. At asti. Bhavan asti. Bhavati asti. Devam asti. The aham asmi.
Yes. So when you are using asti, you can use asti for anything. For example, Delhi asti, New Delhi. Delhi asti for a place, or Ho Chi Minh asti,
Yeah.
or you can say Mumbai asti. You can use for any place, thing, or person. You can use easily, but it must be singular. Okay, it must be only one. Then you will use asti. Like is, you are using is for only for singular, not for plural. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand this structure. And next day I will start with this structure only, but I will expand for present, past tense, for future tense, for imperative, for negative, for interrogative, for interrogative. So just try to practice at least this one. I will upload this slide also on the Google Classroom. Yes.
I can read. I reached home and I can read.
Okay, that will be better. I have not asked because I thought that you are in on the way. That's why I have not. Okay.
No, I came, and at there some point where I'm back and I reached already. I'm back home. So,
Yes,
but
yes,
thank
yes.
you. Aham asti, I am. Tvam asti, you are. Sah asti, he is. Sa asti, she is. Tat asti is, you are. And Bhavan asti. Okay, this is the respectful form. Bhavati asti, lady. Yeah, she
Yes.
is respectful. I hope that was correct.
The important thing that you you are able to understand this module, because this is the way by which you can able to create n number of sentences. This is one module.
Yes, I
On the
understand.
basis of this module, you can
I
create n
understand
number
the
of
module.
sentences. Yes, that's why
Yes,
I
I
have
understand it.
yes. So what you will do, you will try to create at least 10 or 20 sentences for next class, so that I will just try to understand that you are able to create simple sentences, the base sentence easily. Okay. So this is the whole in soul in this class, and it was very nice that we have started a new journey, and I hope all students who are interested to learn, they will join, and they will be benefited for this class, because I have started this class on the request of the students, where I was interacted with those students. I think there are 200 monks and nuns in that monastery, and they have requested that I should give at least one class for Sanskrit. So every week I will continue with this class, and I am not only I am hopefully I am understanding this one. I am sure that all of you who will continue class without fail, because if you are coming this in this class and you are skipping next class, then it will be problematic. But if you are continue in the classes, then it will be quite easy to understand, write, read Sanskrit, because I have uh, tried to develop such modules, and all these modules I have developed, and I have written one text book where I have mentioned almost 108 modules you will learn here. Okay, and one module will give you n number of sentences creations trick. Okay, so that's why I am understanding that even you are in zero level, you will be able to understand Sanskrit easily. Okay, and in Mahabharata it is mentioned Jannehaste. I hope you will find each and everything whatever you are expecting. Okay, so thank you. We will meet in the next class next week. And who is interested in Sanskrit, they can join. As I have already mentioned, this is quite free of cost. But only the cost is you have to spend your time with these structures to learn something. Because when you will complete this course, this learning program, at the end of that program, you have to communicate with me in Sanskrit. That is only the cost of this course. So at that time, you will be fluent in Sanskrit, and you will. Today I am talking in English because you are not able to communicate in Sanskrit. But slowly I will jump to Sanskrit, and you will be able to speak Sanskrit like you are speaking English. Okay, so hopefully we will achieve our goal. And if you have any question, any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, I am uh, closing this session, because it was for 40 minutes. Normally it is for 40 minutes, but it will be for 1 hour, because you will practice and you will respond. That will take time. So if you have any question,